This is the Stephen Boltzmann apparatus. In this apparatus, our main aim is to find out what is the Stephen Boltzmann constant. First, let me describe the apparatus. In the top of the apparatus, you will be having a water tank where one water heater will be fitted. You can see this is the water tank here. This is the lid, so that water can be put inside this tank. Okay, and this water heater, this tank, a heater will be fitted here. Okay. Now, at first, we have to ensure everything, the mains and all the switches are off. In this experiment, now I have already switched on the mains, but you have to ensure before beginning everything is off. I have switched on the mains, and you can see that here this knob is in off position. So after putting water in that heater, first what we have to do is we have to give the electricity supply to this panel. That is, I have switched on the mains and electricity supply came, and through help of this DTC we can set what temperature our water heater at the tank is required. I have set the water heater or water temperature in the tank at 65 degrees Celsius. Okay. Now after that, you can switch on the heater and leave it for a few minutes so that water temperature reaches to 65 degrees Celsius. Okay. Now in this setup, you can see this is our main experimental setup here. Okay. Here at the bottom, you'll see there is a test plate or the main setup which is attached to this device. We have to remove this before starting the experiment. This is the test plate here. Okay. Now, what you have to do is, after getting the desired temperature in the tank, that is 65 degrees Celsius, we have to ensure we have to get the water to this chamber, this test chamber here, the hot water, through this valve. Okay, this now the valve is at off position. If we rotate it like this, it will be in on position. But before water come to the test chamber here, what we have to ensure that this test chamber is empty. So through this knob, we will empty if any water from before or from earlier experiment, if any water is left in the chamber, we'll ensure that water is emptied from this knob, and this one is given for in case of any overflow cases. Okay. So now what I will do, I will turn on this knob and water will come to this chamber. Okay. After the test chamber is filled with hot water, okay, we'll close the valve. Now we will note the reading of water and initial temperature of this disc. Okay. In this disc, the thermocouple is fitted in this disc, and few thermocouples are also inside this chambers, and this thermocouple's reading will be given here in this indicator. And you can see, if I give this thermocouple 1, we will get the reading of thermocouple 1. This thermocouple 2, this is 0, it will show error. 1, 2, like this, we will get the reading of different thermocouples. Now, initially, before putting this test plate back, we will take initial readings of this thermocouple, this one, and the water reading. Then what we will do, we will put the test plate back in the test chamber. Okay. After inserting this disc or the test plate in the bottom of the test chamber, what we will do, we will measure we will take the reading of temperature every 5 to 10 second interval. Okay. You can see, now focus on this observation table. So every 5 to 10 second, what is the temperature and what is the time? See, let us say at 0, what is the temperature? At 5 seconds, what is the temperature? At 10 seconds, what is the temperature? Likewise, we have to fill all this table. Now, what we will do, or what we will get by filling us this table, we have to plot a temperature versus time, or time versus temperature graph here, okay, from this observation table. Now that time versus temperature graph will give us the slope of that graph will give us ddt of, or okay, now you can focus, ddt of T, that is rate of change of temperature with respect to time. Okay, now if we do m into s, mass flow rate into specific mass into specific heat, and this with this formula you will find out what is the heat that is supplied inside this chamber. Okay, and we know, if we know the area and if we know this temperature values, we can find out what is the Stefan-Boltzmann constant. Okay, after using this calculation we can find out the formula, we can find out the Stefan-Boltzmann constant. Okay, after that you have to ensure that everything is in off position, and you have to switch off the mains, and you have to drain all the water that is filled here.